Good afternoon. This is Sandra Moore, Independent Avon Sales Representative, Avon Gold Ambassador, and Team Leader of the Cloud Climbers. Yesterday, I did a video on some of my favorite Avon products, and I said at that time that I would do a video later of some others. The one I did yesterday talked about skincare and makeup items. So today I thought I would share my fragrance and jewelry items that I really like, and just talk a little bit about Avon fragrance and jewelry. So the reason I started with Avon, one main reason I guess I should say, was, or what drew me, how about that, what really drew me to Avon was my love for fragrances, because I had had that ever since I was young. I can remember having a love for fragrances, so I'm so glad that I don't have allergies. I do try to be sensitive to other people's allergies, though. When I am wearing Avon fragrance, I try not to put too much on, because I know a lot of people do have allergies with that, and so fragrance is not one of their favorite items. I know a lot of Avon representatives even who have some fragrance problems, but they are able to sell fragrance or other items that Avon has. Anyway, some of my favorite fragrances would be in the Today, Tomorrow, Always line. That one started, it's been more than 20 years ago, I think, and the first fragrance was Today. So that is one of my most favorites. And we had Tomorrow, which is the one I sell the most of in this line. I have a few customers who just really love Tomorrow, and that's their signature fragrance. I don't have a signature fragrance. I like a lot of fragrances, and of course there are some I don't like. But Tomorrow is a little stronger than Today. You may not be aware that the darker the fragrance is in the bottle, the heavier it is kind of a general rule. Although the rare fragrances that Avon carries, rare pearls, rare gold, rare amethyst, rare diamonds, I don't think we have that one now, but pearls is fairly strong, even though that is lighter in the bottle. All of those rare fragrances are a little bit strong. So, but I have people who love those. Rare gold and rare amethyst are especially stronger. But back to my favorites. Another one that came along, the Always, is no longer available, but we have Forever, and we have Daydream, and we have Amour. So Amour is one of my favorites in the Today to Tomorrow Always line. I like the white florals, and I like sportier scents, ones that would call water type scents, things that have to do with fresh, sporty, and also the white florals. So those are some of my fragrance florals. I also like Femme and, well, a few others. Haiku, Coyote Flower would be another really nice one. But let me just let you take a look here. Oh, by the way, you see I'm wearing purple. It's still Avon. It says Avon calling and posting, pinning, and tweeting, because you may recall the Avon calling is an old, well, what do you call that? Advertising campaign from a long time ago. It was Ding Dong Avon Calling, way back. So we are no longer just ringing doorbells, although some of us still do that. But we're also posting, pinning, tweeting, texting about our businesses. Okay, so I'm wearing hearts today on this, and once again I got this pink theme going in my pink bouquet lipstick or lip liner going, and because of it being close to Valentine's Day and the fact that I have a heart on my shirt, I'm going to be wearing some of my heart jewelry. This is a pinky ring from a few years ago. That one is pretty old. This one is sterling silver. Still looks great. Got the little dangly heart. So let me go ahead and put that on, because I'll be wearing that today. And I have this heart ring, which is sterling silver also, with a pink stone. And that one is very old, so I'm going to be wearing that heart today. This item is new. This is one of our bracelets that we are selling right now for this Valentine's Day. And it has a slider to tighten it. So you put it on and then just pull the ends there to tighten it. And I'm really loving this. It's delicate. You can see it's just a little heart. So I'll be putting that one on in a minute. I also have this bangle, which I wear a whole lot. It says, "I will rise." It's an angel wing, and it's one of several different ones that we carried along this line. But I actually have several of these that I plan to give to some of my downline as awards and things. But the little thing there says, "I will rise," and I like to think of that in a lot of different ways. Of course, I will be rising to heaven one day, and I also want people to think about rising above their problems and their areas of life where they're having troubles, that they can rise above those things with effort. But also, I will rise above being, I don't know quite how to do that, but say that, but rising above those who speak ugly, I guess. Rise above. Don't stoop to their level. That's the best one. If you have anybody being ugly to you, just those kind of people, rise above it. I will rise, and I will rise in my business too. So it's got a lot of good connotations, and that's one of those that you just, you've got the little hook there. Can't do it with one hand while I'm holding the camera, I don't think, but the little ball just hooks in the end. There we go, and makes a bangle. Okay, you can actually wear several of these bangles at once if you like. Okay, this is one of my all-time favorite rings. This is our black sapphire. Has matching earrings. One of mine is missing right now. One of my earrings is missing. I'm hoping the cat just dumped it somewhere and I'll find it eventually. But this is what we call a black sapphire, which is really, it's not really black. It's a deep, deep blue, but it looks black. This one we sold for several years, and I wish we'd bring it back because we sold so many sets of that, and it just matches a whole lot of things that I wear, so I wear that one a whole lot with the earrings when I have the earrings. And if you look here, you'll see that one of my favorite things are Avon watches. My daughter and I are kind of obsessed with watches. Maybe I should just pull those up here. This is the one I'll be wearing today. We have new watches in Avon every 2 weeks, pretty much. Almost every 2 weeks we've got new watches, men's and women's watches. We don't come up with as many men's as we do women's. This one is very old, so that was one of my favorites. And these were from last summer. There were 4, and I got these 2 for Bonnie and I. We got a lemonade or lemon and watermelon. So those were a lot of fun to wear last year. Got this one to wear with a lot of my khaki type things that I've got. It just happened to match a whole lot of things. So this one's got kind of dangles. We've got all kinds of watches. This is just a small portion of what I've got. Since I'm an Avon representative, I can usually get watches for about the cost of replacing a battery in a watch. So pretty cheap. And they're really inexpensive in the books too. Usually we'll have some that are $14.99, sometimes even down to $9.99. And some will go up a little bit higher, some of the finer watches. Wanted to show you this pair of earrings because this is the oldest pair of earrings I have. I'm not wearing them quite as often as I used to, but, well, I was trying to hold them both up there and I can't. There are 2 just like that. It's a bow, and I purchased these before I started selling Avon, and so they are more than 30 years old, and I just wanted you to see how well they have held up, because Avon jewelry really does hold up well. It's nickel free. We have a lot of sterling silver. We also have some fine jewelry. I've got some fine jewelry pieces. In fact, I'll show you a couple of those. This one was Black Hills Gold. We carried a few years ago. We don't have that anymore, but that one has a lot of meaning to me, and because it's grapevines. And so when I see that one, I think about Jesus being the vine and I am one of the branches. And I've been to Black Hills. Haven't been to a whole lot of places, but I've been to Black Hills back when I was in college. And this one was a ring that was given to me by my district manager because of some good work, well, some extra work I did for Avon a few years ago, and so it's got little diamonds all over that heart. So that's quite a few years old, and I've worn it a lot, and every diamond is still in place. That's one of our fine jewelry pieces. So you might want to take a look at Avon when you were thinking about the fine jewelry. Mostly it's sterling now, but sometimes we do have a few of the gold pieces. Okay, I've got to head out again. Take care of some business, so have a great day. Contact me if you have any questions about our fragrances or jewelry, watches, any of those things like that. Or you can just go to smoore.avonrepresentative.com. That's smore.avonrepresentative.com to purchase.